Alright, greetings and welcome back, gentles and ladiesmen, to another King K-rific episode of Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest on the Game Boy Advance. I'm Exoparadigm Gamer, and I think I've lost track of what episode number is this. What is this, like episode 12? Let me find out. Let me look at my project files real quick and see what the latest thumbnail is called, and then use my powers of deduction. Yes, this is episode 12. That was totally necessary for me to interrupt the flow of the playthrough like that. That's why you guys watch this, because I'm incompetent. So let's see. That Klinger right there has a scrapbook photo, so we'll team up and take care of him. Over here we have a clobber. That's the kind that steals lives from you, so I guess alternatively, if you don't have your other Kong, you could use the clobber to kill that one Klinger. By the way, it is raining outside right now, because I am from Washington after all. And in Washington, we tend to get rain once in a while. We actually haven't gotten enough of it lately, but yeah. Oh, nice shot, Michael. Okay, so now we have this cannonball with a K, and you guys should know that by now, because there will be an exam after this playthrough where you will have to answer, where you will have to spell out cannonball correctly, and if you don't, you lose your slot in the EPG fan club. But it says the person who couldn't remember Bayou Boogie. Jesus. Okay, so let's get her Dixie back. How Dixie got her groove back. Let's see. So, and this level is kind of interesting because there are actually a few pathways you can pick. Like, every once in a while the level will branch off into two little pathways that both lead to the same place. As you can see, there are actually two letter O's, and when you grab one, the other disappears. So I guess it was just like a convenience thing. They didn't want people to miss out on it. Okay, so there are a few spots in this world where you can go through walls. I think that's where the DK coin is in this level, actually. Well, I mean, I'm probably just gonna remember where it is, because that's the weird thing about completionism. And we died right before the midpoint barrel, of course. There's no better time to die. Am I right? Let's see. Let's twirl our way down over here and grab that Special K cereal real quick, and we can speedrun Jones our way back up there. This is another one of my favorite levels in the game, actually. The Chain Link Chamber rests on a very simple idea, and that's basically, we might as well go the other way just to show it off. And I'm gonna go back and grab that DK barrel, because fuck you. Okay. So this side, like that, the other side, you had to use the spinning barrels once again. Whereas this one, you gotta time your jumps, and I mean time them, don't do what I did just now, around the zingers. I mean, Jesus, they might as well be the mascot of the Donkey Kong Country series, because they're fucking everywhere in these games. They are not in DKC 3, but there is an enemy that's basically the same fucking thing. Alright, let's get the DK midpoint barrel real quick. Perfect. And then you can use this crate to kill one of the zingers and open up a path for yourself. Alright. Take that, you dumb clobbers. Right, so one of our cranky hints will come in useful up here. Ah, so it's mini neckies. And as I alluded to earlier in the playthrough, once the mini neckies fly off screen, they don't respawn if you go back and come back. If you go off screen then come back, they will not reappear. Alright, somewhere hidden in the wall is, you can see that there's our letter N and there's our DK coin. So I guess the N's kind of your hint to go over, and then by the time you see the N, you'll probably see the DK coin as well, so... Oh shit! I really don't... Ooh, that was close. And I'm pretty sure I didn't touch that game. I'm pretty sure... Like, obviously my hitbox contacted it, but it didn't look like it should've. I don't know, I digress. I don't know what to say about these Dark Souls games. Grab this real quick. Because everything is Dark Souls now. I'm sure you guys have all noticed. Tried out Dark Souls, the first one myself, and I wasn't very intrigued with it, we'll just say. I don't think that the game does a very good job explaining how you're supposed to play it. I think that's my biggest complaint right off the bat. And I'm sure there will be a lot of Dark Souls fanatics in the comments who will be like, "But that's what makes it so great!" And no. Okay, the hitbox. I'm blaming the hitbox, folks. It was the hitbox's fault. The hitbox in this game is drunk off its ass and can't seem to figure out that me not touching it. You know what? In post, I'm gonna be like going in slow motion. It's gonna show that I did touch it, and then I'm gonna be eating my hat. So I'm gonna stop digging my own grave real quick. And when I say eat my hat, I mean the special EPG hat, the one that cost $50 and I had to wait like 3 months for it to ship. If you want your own, it's well, I don't know. To tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind selling EPG merch or something, but it sounds like more work than it's worth. Okay, so we had our cranky hint earlier, told us that if we get in trouble with some cannons, we can go over here and take care of them, and behind them is a bonus room. So it's just kind of that's a theme here in Donkey Kong Country 2. You know, just coming back to it for this playthrough, is that there are a lot of instances where you can get revenge on enemies that give you shit. Like that one bonus room where you just kill a bunch of zingers. Like a lot of bonus rooms, you kill zingers. So it's like they knew that these enemies were kind of annoying, and they give you ample opportunities to take care of them, which is cool. It's satisfying to beat up on a bunch of enemies that give you shit. And I swear that it's faster to clear this part in the GBA version. Like if you play it on the original, if you play the original version of this level, like you can't jump up that shaft nearly as fast. And I just lost that life. Thank you very much. Not that it matters, because we maxed out a while ago. And there's our G. I could have swore I got the N, but it didn't really matter. It's not like there was a life we could get or anything. Okay. That was Chain Link Chamber. Really enjoy that stage. It's fun. It's a fun challenge. And we have, I think, our second to last Funky's flights in the game. Way cool, pick a flight and you're out of sight. Back again? Ready to hit the skies again? Kong napped too. The Kongs have been out exploring but have got themselves trapped. Go and rescue them. Raise and lower the water level using the buttons mounted on the walls. I didn't have time to fill her up, you only have 3 minutes flying time. Now, recently I watched few clips of, don't ask why, I watched a few clips from the Donkey Kong Country television show, which is the worst thing since AIDS, and for some reason, they decided to make Funky, they decided to make him Jamaican, which is so strange to me. Ah, fuck, we're gonna run out of air, aren't we? Okay, so this one, drowning is very much a real threat here. Would you hit it? That wasn't a very good Dustin Hoffman impression, I'm sorry. And none of you guys are gonna get what that's a reference to, unless if you're as big into Kung Fu Panda as I am. I don't know, I've met people who haven't seen Kung Fu Panda who are like, wow, those movies are good and you've seen them? And I'm like, yes. The third one was easily the most disappointing, though. Come on, Tiny. Alright. Can I get a bubble? Can I have your number? Alright. Oh, shit! Alright, that was a close one. As Frozone would say in The Incredibles, that was way too close. We are not doing that again. And once again, I have a bad Sam Jackson impression. I have a few decent impressions, like I do a pretty mean Plankton from SpongeBob, if I do say so myself.
This plan Z can't possibly fail! All hail Plankton!
Okay, so I think I just raised... Yeah, I did need to raise that so I can get back through. And... Fuck. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna hit this twice. I have a feeling that's what I'm supposed to do. And hopefully that thing won't be in my way when I get down there. Ah, yeah, that seems like that was what I was supposed to do. Okay, now we lift her up and make our way quickly underneath both of them. And we'll come up for some air real quick. Get down there and grab the monkey. Okay. Actually, technically, she's an ape, but you know what I'm saying. I'm glad I wasn't the only one thinking, referring back to a previous part. Notice the terrible Tiny Kong redesign. Because that design is atrocious. And completely ignores the point of the character, but I already went on that tangent. So there we go, that's all 5 of our Tiny Kong buddies rescued and brought back to the helipad.
Well done, guys! Take this as your reward.
And now we're saving our game real quick. And that's all there is to it. Oh, epic voice cracked. What am I, Chugga Conroy? Anyways, Toxic Tower. That's the last level in K-Rool's Keep. This one can be tricky, but it's another fun one. Like, they saved it, like, all the levels in this world are kind of gimmicky, I guess, but that's part of what makes them so fun. And I guess this is another Animal Buddy exclusive level where you play as that buddy for the whole time. You have our golden feather up there, don't miss it. I'll jump up over that away, grab that Special K cereal. And you better haul ass in this stage because, basically the gimmick is, and by the way, they did change the color of the castle to green for this remake. And when you look at it on the GBA screen, it literally looks like the actual castle, the original castle graphics covered in slime, which is pretty cool, which is a nice touch. I do enjoy that. So this is a case where the remake changing the colors was fairly well handled, I gotta say. Alright, and obviously with Radley, he has a super jump, so we just gotta time your jumps up these shafts, and just the level design in this game is so much more interesting than the first one. I've just, you know, I like the first one. It gets better every time I play it. I find new stuff to like about it, but ultimately it's levels like Toxic Tower that I think really exemplify why this game is the best in the trilogy. Levels like this that are so fun, and just very simple ideas like flying around and shooting at things. But you've got this giant fucking pool of toxic waste chasing after you the whole time. That's cool. It's fun. And we might actually get killed by it if I'm not careful. Okay, let's climb our way up here. I think they put... No, we already got the golden feather. I'm thinking of the last bonus stage, and there is a scrapbook photo that I don't want to miss, and now I remember. It was one that I did miss in my practice playthrough, and I was one pissed off, low-rate YouTube commentator when that happened. That I can tell you folks. Let's see. Climb up here. Like, geez, Squawks is so much fun to play as. I just don't know what to tell you. It's like I was saying in one of the last few parts, it's just like they reintroduced Purple Squawks in DKC3, and he's just nowhere near as fun to play as. Okay, so there is another Zinger up here that I can kill. He has our scrapbook photo. And that one right there, as you can see by the banana in the wall, is guarding a bonus barrel. So both of those things. So what happened when I was doing my practice playthrough was I went through the bonus barrel like anybody would. Like I went there first, and then when you pop out, it's past the second Zinger that has the scrapbook photo. So make sure that you get the Zinger first thing. Otherwise, you could be in for some fuck. Alright, and not the good kind. Not the kind that Retropolis Zone enjoys on a regular basis, because he is the, what do you say? He's the Casanova of the bunch of us. He gets all the ladies. But Yeah, my point is you could be in for an annoying time if you have to come back for that one scrapbook, so make sure that you grab it. And that should be it for this world, that should be it. Alright, so we have our Swanky Kong, let's go take care of that real quick.
Come on, let's have a round of applause for them.
K. Rool's quiz, I love it. I love that.
What is the name of this area of the island?
And it would be K. Rool's Cape, not K. Rappy Keep.
What is the name of the old man Kong who keeps a racing bird?
They definitely changed that for this version. Beardy! Love that Conker reference. Okay, please tell me that I'm pretty sure that said cranky, didn't it? Maybe it said creaky, and my dyslexia is acting up again. Yeah, it said creaky. You need to be paying more attention. Which of these enemies also appeared in Donkey Kong Country? That would be Zinger the Wasp. And I suppose technically Cannon appeared because he was clumped back then, but still. Alright. Next up.
What is the name of the castle level with the rising floor?
That'd be Castle Crush.
How many animal buddies can you ride in the game?
Bradley, Squawks, Ramby, Squitter. I'm gonna go 5.
What is the name of this flying ghost who throws objects at you?
That would be Cloak.
Nice going, guys. Here's your prize. What is your spider buddy's name?
That'd be Squitter.
How many desks are there in Kong College?
3? Well, shit. Let's try that again. I'm gonna say 5.
Alright. How many different baddies do you think there are in the game?
30, yep.
When in doubt, go for the average. Well played! Here, you deserve this. Well done, you have cleared me out. The only thing I have left is this tatty old photo. Here, you might as well have it. You've been great contestants.
And yeah, that's it. That's it for Swanky Kong. We have... Oh, I didn't know that they added that shadow effect. It's actually kind of nice attention to detail. Alright, before we go fight the boss, and there might be some surprises for those of you who have not played the Game Boy Advance version before. We need to go back and do our Expresso Race real quick. And I might as well check our level totals to make sure we got everything here. Alright, level stats. Yep. We're up to date on everything. Which is good, because it means that I don't have to fucking go back and grab a bunch of shit.
Try all you like, this game will never be as good as DKC, which was rubbish anyway. Pick a subject, I know everything about this game.
Expresso Racing, power up. Alright. Alright, that seems like the most sensible thing to do for the time being. Alright, so we'll start our race. And this is where it's gonna get a bit tricky, because obviously you can only improve your stats so much. And at this point we're facing off with other racing birds who have full speed and strength stats right off the bat. So we're gonna have to be... So hopefully I can redeem myself for the last terrible run I did in the Gloomy Gulch race. Alright, thankfully we have that. Ah, shit, they're gonna race right past me. Or not. Alright, so far so good. Let's see. Hold on to that grain for later just in case. And remember that if you fall off that log, then they are gonna have a great chance to catch up with you, so... This is like Mario Kart, the AI banding, rubber banding is so bad, but... Okay, now we're probably fucked. But we'll try our best anyway. Thank you, terrible AI. You have done me a great service today. Come on. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm gonna cross that log real quick, and we'll dash ahead, and then the finish line should be right up ahead. Ah, thank God. All is right in the world once again. I beat it on my first try. Alright, that's it for that Expresso Race.
First place, well done. Get first in all the races and I'll give you a nice surprise.
Alright, we only have about 19 bonus coins left, or DK coins rather. And we have one of them from the last Lost World stage, and a good 15 of them from the scrapbook, and then another one from the last Funky. So I think we're on the right track here. All that's left for us to go get is the boss of the stage, and yeah, as I was alluding to, this is actually a pretty key difference between this version of the game and the old version.
You didn't think it would be that easy, did you? Let's see if you can get past kerosene.
Yes, folks, we have a brand new exclusive boss that is only in this version of the game, Kerosene, and it's an okay boss, I guess. I mean, I guess I like it better than the one that they added to the third game. But you know, that's not saying too much. Like, basically, what Kerosene does is he's a giant Kremling, obviously, which is kind of a cool idea because, you know, like I was getting at earlier. One of the things I really love about Donkey Kong Country 2 was just how the escalation, you know, as you're climbing up this giant fortress island, this giant fire fortress. And, you know, the idea that once you reach the top, you fight this giant monstrosity is kind of cool. Kind of a nice addition. So, the gimmick with Kerosene, obviously, is that he likes to shoot fire at the ground. And so you gotta dodge that, and you gotta grab the cannonball so that you can kill him. Every once in a while, he'll go off the wall and then come back, I guess just to signal that you've entered a new stage of the fight. Now in addition to shooting fire, he will lift up his arms. And he will switch arms these 2 times, so... You know, it's just kind of a very predictable boss, I guess, is my problem. Not that the other bosses are, you know, like, amazing or anything, which is why I think this one's okay, all things considered. If he hits you with his fists, it will hurt you, so you gotta be careful with that. And we've already beat him. And that was it. That was the fearsome Kerosene, everyone.
Well done. I sure didn't expect that. Go to K. Rool's airship and rescue DK.
And oh shit, K. Rool got away. And he's up here at his flying airship. And this is, I don't know, I guess if the one change to the world maps in this game, in the original version of the game, what would happen is you'd enter Stronghold's Showdown expecting this big climactic battle with King K. Rool, or Kaptain K. Rool rather, only to... So then you come across DK, who's like strapped into you know, he's tied up, and then he rises off screen, he gets winched off, and then it plays like this big dramatic sting, and then you get to watch a little Kaptain K Rool sprite climb up a ladder into his airship, and it's like, oh shit, he's getting away. Like, he's so scared of us that he doesn't know what to do but run away. He's a coward. Which makes you feel good after you've spent all this time climbing up this island and all that, to be feared and whatnot. And it's very satisfying, and I don't know, as much as I enjoy the addition of a new boss fight, and I think it's a plus for the remake to, you know, have had something new in regards to that, I do kind of miss that little cutscene. And I do kind of miss being able to see the flying croc on the overworld screen, but regardless, we get a pretty cool looking render of it when we enter the ship in the next part. So I'll see you guys in episode 13, which is shaping up to be the finale, it seems, when we take on Kaptain K. Rool and rescue Donkey Kong. So until then, I'm Exo, and I'll see you guys then.